Hey all, welcome to Personal Finance by Finance Fusion Plus. Today, if you see, everyone is speaking about personal finance. Basically, personal finance is a term that covers managing your money as well as saving and investing. It encompasses the budgeting, banking, insurance, investments, retirement tax, estate planning, everything. So, let's see what personal finance is. So basically, we have a question. What is a personal finance? Why not a corporate finance? Why not banking finance? There are many finance, right? So in this session, we are dealing with the personal finance, and the personal finance for this session has certain goals. If you say personal finance, it refers to individual or a household about the activities, including the earning, savings, investing, and spending. What importance does the personal finance have for everyone is it helps them to achieve their goals and it helps them to plan their uncertainties too. Planning uncertainties seems a little bit overwhelmed, but still it does it, right? So there are certain components of personal finance which are kind of a, I would say, the basic important things. Let's see what they are. The key components of personal finance. There are five components of personal finance. Basically, the number one is the income. It is a starting point of personal finance. It is the entire amount of cash inflow that you receive and you can allocate to expenses, savings, investments, and protection. Income is all money you bring in. It includes salaries, wages, dividends, and other things. And the other thing is the spendings or the expenses. And there are two things like saving and investments. Mostly things saving and investment is the same thing, right? But it is not so. In personal finance terms, we separate it out the savings, we separate it out the investment, and at the last we have the protection. Let's go in detail of this. So I have spoken about the income. Let's see about the expenses. So basically, the expenses is the amount that is the outflow of cash. Basically, it's the amount that goes into the rent, groceries, eating out, home furnishing, home repairs, buying house, everything. So, being able to manage expenses is a critical aspect of personal finance. And we must ensure the expenses are less than the income. Otherwise, we have to be in debt. So, the another thing is the savings part. Savings is a kind of a portion of a certain portion of the income which we keep it aside for certain emergencies and future needs. Everyone should aim to have savings to cover large expenses or emergencies, and it should be somewhere like 3 to 12 months of expenses by large. And the last is the investments. So, investing is certainly a different term compared to savings. In savings, you just put a amount aside. You don't do it. You just put it in a bank or it can be in a form of cash. But investment is not certain. Certainly that. Investment is all about growing of that money. You put it in certain instruments. There are certain instruments like stocks, bonds, real estate, those things. So what they do is they give you a large amount of assets in long term and they give you a hefty amount of returns too in a very long term perspective. And it also has certain negatives, like there are certain risks, and you must be aware of all those risks what you're going to take. And finally, the protection is all about, let's say you have planned all these things and all, certainly there can be some accidents, there can be oh, some physical disability due to so and so. Now at that point of time, or a major illnesses, so which takes over, if you go which takes over a large part of your savings or even investments too. In order to save ourselves from such kind of situations, we have to have certain protection in the form of life and health insurance, which helps us in the times of illnesses or accidents. So this is all about the key components of personal finance. Basically, five components, where income is a major one, followed by the expenses, savings, investments, and protection. In the next chapter of our personal finance, we deal with certainly the personal finance strategies, which is really an amazing thing. And I want everyone to stay tuned for this. And in meanwhile, please subscribe to our channel. And if you like this video, please like us and share with your friends. Thank you.